Waiting for this to load so it doesn't lag the crap out of me. Hold on. Actually, I think I'm a little bit large on this. I feel like I'm too small on this. There's like, is there a freaking size between these two? No, of course not. Why would there be something so useful as an exact size that I require? Oh shit, what the hell is my arm doing? Like my character was trying to pick her butt for a minute there. That was weird. I was like tracking. What was that all about? Okay, since Princess is ignoring me, hello, welcome, I'm Tiny. How are you all doing today? I hope you're doing wonderfully great and awesomes and wonderful and spectaculars and lovelies. It's Sunday. I hope you all had a great weekend. If you had a long weekend on all those other things. I'm trying out a new program, so hopefully this thing will work. It won't lag me up as much as the other program was. Yeah, the other program was just getting really kind of bad, so hopefully this will work a little bit better. But how is everyone doing? Butch, I saw you came in earlier. I gave you a wave, and now I'm actually saying the hellos. Smiles. Hope you're doing lovely and wonderful. Princess, are you gonna play? Princess, 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 Princess. She's gonna ignore me for the whole night, isn't she? Wait, what did I just adjust? No, don't adjust whatever. No, right, that was working. What'd I do? Shit. That's not good. I might have broken something. Oh, okay, there we go. Now it works. Just had to unclick it and click it back in. Carry on. Just woke up, forced a nap, so time on stream showing up was spot on. Nice. Perfection of the most excellent kind. Okay, well, I'm just gonna load into a game until Princess decides to rear her freaking head and, like, does stuff with me. Alright, am I big enough over here in this corner? Do I need to be larger? Is this a good size? I can never tell. Do I need to be more in the corner? think this actually is like a little bit more crisp. Than my other thing was. Like the I think like the details will. The detail is actually a little bit better. Smaller than normal, but still good. Yeah, I don't have. I'm not taking up all of the spaces. Game's probably gonna be like blasting loud whenever I actually start. Yeah, I mean, so far it's not lagging like it was before, definitely. Okay, now it's starting to lag a little bit, but it's still better than it was before. Alright, let's just start off with, I guess, we'll just start off with like medical stuff and just kind of start with this. Whoa, oh wait, this is not what I want to do, whatever. Like, I wanted to spawn there, but I did not want to move that. Oh wow, okay, now it's starting to lag.
We will route the Americans sector by sector.
Okay, why is it locked at a 144 refresh rate? I mean, that's what my monitor is capable of, but I don't want it at 144. If can I switch this to like another monitor? How bad is this? So some of the alerts and stuff, I think I've got them re-enabled, so they should start working again. So like, I guess like, you know, it's a little bit different, like alerts, like overall, but I don't think I have the sound effects working. Did something throw? I wasn't really paying attention. Shit. Let me know if the things are working. If they're not working, tell me and I will refund points. Hi, Living Death Guy. How are you? What is happening? Oh, you know what? I'm not hearing anything happen because of stupid sound settings. I didn't change that. Stuff is supposed to default to speakers, wavelength, aux. Music stop, or is it just super quiet? Music stopped. There we go. Music plays. There. So now I can hear the effects when they go off. Yeah, the music all stopped.
NANI?
There we go. Now I heard the nani. So you said you did it before, and I'm like, wait, I didn't hear it. I'm like, that's something wrong. There we go. See, stuff does work. Thanks for the sacks. yeah, like the throw stuff, all the other commands and stuff like that, those should be working now. I might need to like reposition a few things though here and there because I'm still trying to get it all working. This is just kind of like a trial run to see how everything works, to make sure things work. So, I mean, this is, I mean, like, yeah, if things aren't working right, it's because I am just trying this program out for the first time. Hydrate, not hydrating. That one should work. Maybe because it's on the other page. Let me try turning the graphics down on this game. Turn everything down to medium. This is, turn that off. Vertical sync is on. Oh, I think that might have helped out a little bit. I mean, I had it working in my test run. Oh, you didn't get my Discord notification. I didn't even put the I am alive Discord notification. Yeah, I said that a while ago too. Okay, let me try the hydrate one again. No, oh, it's got a delay. I forgot about that. You're joining the game. Welcome to the game when you join it. Just seems like overall this game does not clash well with other programs. Wow, I put a full clip into that and it didn't die. It might put you like on a different, yeah, I see you in the oh, you changed your name too. Yeah, I see you in the list now as far as like players in the arena. Living Death, dude. So, how's it going, Gina? Yeah, I don't know if you want to play later or anything like that, or, because, I mean, I'll probably try to play, damn it. I'll probably try to play Darktide a little bit tonight. If anything, like, after stream, I could also play it too, so. But yeah, I didn't really get any responses from anybody, so I'm just like, screw it, I'm just gonna go play this, so. But yeah, if you log out early or go to bed or something like that, just message me so I don't bother you. Okay, is it? Okay, what if I deactivate this program? Okay, I'm gonna turn off one program. Hopefully this will clear things up a little bit. Oh my god, this thing's taking forever to like close down the program. Alright, well that's working better over here. I haven't been doing anything either, sitting here watching stuff and helping Jacob with fix his sound. He spent an hour looking for an optical cable. Oh boy. I hope you guys got it like resolved at some point.
Under attack. We are assaulting Charlie 2.
Oh, there's somebody behind me. Oh crap. No, well, there's somebody behind me. Well, crap. Where did we hear that one before? He throws them away, apparently. Doesn't he have like a box of cables or something like that? Didn't he say he had like a whole bunch of cables that he just... It's like a junk drawer worth of cables or something? Because I thought he said that he had like a tub of cables. But no optical cable in there. That's like the one cable he doesn't keep on hand. I mean, why is he even using that? It requires like an optical cable. It's like, I'm never going to use an optical cable, and just throws it out. There's something definitely I gotta fix up. Like, I think there might have been a Steam update with my, with the VR, which I think that's been causing majority of my issues right now. So I gotta figure out what's been going on with my VR setup, because I think it's like, that's where my lag is like stemming from. If I can get that thing under control, maybe I can get all my other stuff working fine again. It's an illusion. Does the roof have access, or do you have to jump off? You just have to jump off. Okay. Yep. Ah! Parachute. Oh shit. In we go.
Forces are attacking Charlie 2.
Oh. I was shooting between where they were and where the turret was, so I missed like all things. I'm not the one who's so far away. Let me spawn on you, your lame. Need to get that attic space. We were in that one time. Yeah. How do we get up there though? Is it like, I mean, obviously there's like stairs. Do you need like that grappling hook, dude, I think? Or maybe you just jump off the roof and you like glide in. Because there's a vent that's on the, an air vent that you get in from like the side of the building. A zip line in the front. On their side? Front left. Left is subjective. Alright, so basically the north end of the building is what you're saying. Where is it though? Do you have to like blow? No, you don't have to blow a hole, because like I know there's a side we were attacking, there's a small one under the underhand. So what? Like somewhere, should be somewhere over here then, right? Not seeing any zip lines up there. Shit, I thought I was still on medic. Well, that was a waste. Wait, actually, I can just pick it back up. It's right in front of the doors you just scoped in on. So up there. How am I supposed to get up there without, like, the zipline, dude?
Charlie 2 under attack. We are assaulting Charlie 2.
Oh, I see it, I see it, I see. So here we go. There we go. Alright, we got a spawn point up here. Oh, but you're not in my party. Shit.
Out invading one of our objectives.
It's like that. Is my FOV off, or is my character just really dirty? Why is my character like leaning forward so much? Something's not right here. I just like look down and I'm like, why am I covered in so much mud? Yeah, now I'm like clean, but before I was like definitely full of mud, but still it's like, why am I leaning forward so much? Like the FOV is definitely kind of janky right now. Yikes! Can I just like throw that down there? I just want to throw that off the ledge and just let it deploy down there.
Our troops are moving.
My knee not be in the... Ooh. My knee is like so in the way. Take that. Shot. I got him. Comes out the bottom. That's what she said. Wait, what? Yeah, I don't think like anybody's using my spawn point on my team though. That's why you can't get... Can you get refills on grenades with an ammo pack? You can, right? So like, if somebody comes up here with like an ammo pack, they could essentially throw grenades down here indefinitely. Only problem though is that I've got the the revive or the spawn kit, so it's like I can't bring the ammo pack. Oh my gosh. 3 of them. Damn it. A fit fishbowl on the edges. Is that because I have too much FOV or not enough FOV, do you think? Too much FOV. What's FOV under? Oh, this is it here. Let's bring this down to like 75. See if that maybe helps. It's a little bit better. Shit! Shit! Wait, what? I disappeared. Why did I disappear? Whoa! Again, I'm back. God. How long was I gone for? I just looked over, I'm like, wait, I'm not on screen anymore. Two or 4 minutes. Yeah, I don't know, like I looked over and I'm like, wait, why am I gone? And then like as soon as I clicked over to that application, it's like, oh, I'm back. Oh, I think we got it.
Now we capture this sector.
Yeah, we're up to the next point now. Sweet. I don't have my little spawner though. With like no spawns left. Oh yeah, we're under 100, so yeah, we had 0 spawns left. Ah. Hi Bloodstar, how you doing? I'm doing good. Nobody's gonna revive me. Just a little bit tired from just being at my dad's earlier, so it's gonna be kind of a little bit of short stream tonight. So hungry, I'm off to the supermarket soon to buy some food, probably some Pepsi and energy drinks. You gonna get a Pepsi Man? Get an inflatable Pepsi Man put out in front of your yard for Christmas. excuse me while I get trapped in the garage door. Holy shit. What the hell was that about?
Assault on Delta 1.
I literally got just like ate up by the damn garage door. Maybe time to go to the Super Turbo Mega XP farm grind and activate 2 1-year XP boosts on the Planet Side 2 for your VS character. Well, wasn't it a double XP weekend just this weekend?
Our troops are attacking Delta 1.
Let's fire into the dust. Is your gun jammed? What's taking this so long? Oh, yeah. Out of those bullet thingies. I wanted to grab that, but that explosion was too close.
All objectives captured. Sector secure.
Nope, no ammo back here. Here we go, here's some ammo. We got it, actually. We're still alive. Not a member, so no double XP for you. Aw.
They have nowhere to run.
Yeah, no, I haven't been a member for like months now, so... They kind of need to clean up their act a little bit. That's why I haven't really been even playing the game too much. So what was the last, like, what... Did you ever figure out what those, what that little X thing is on people's heads?
Our forces are moving to attack Echo 1.
Yeah, it's because I'm using my, I'm just only using my, my elite motion right now, so... If I was using my other one, it would be a little bit better, probably. But, I don't know, like, it's lagging up too much. Like, I need to disable some stuff with my, my VR for it to kind of work better, I feel like. But, yeah, it's like, so if my hands stop moving, it basically just, like, rests them back down to, like, the default position. It's kind of what ends up happening. Because it loses tracking, more or less. Because it can't see my hands, like, in front of my keyboard, so... well, it can't see my right hand in front of my mouse, is what it is, but... If I had my whole tracking system set up, it would basically then keep tracking me because those ones are a lot more accurate. Hi, Bad Vibe. How are you doing? What's happening? I hope you're doing good. How's your day been? Shit. Oh, second I get revived. somebody like in this corridor over here. They're above us. Get that other point. Oh, okay. There was somebody else over in that corner. Yeah, no, reviving is probably bad. There's too many enemies. Wait, how many lives do we have left? 64 lives remain. Get that other point. Today, we got some groceries. A lot of people doing some groceries today. Just been doing some big cleanup of your apartment today. That's good. Is it just a tidy up, or were you doing like a full renovation, like cleaning out the attic style stuff?
Echo 1 is now controlled by the enemy.
We lost the other point.
Echo 1 assault initiated by our troops.
Come on, like I did this whole like heroic charge over here. And then everybody shows up after I do my shit, and then they're like, oh yeah, we'll take credit for this.
We have control of Echo 2. Explosives are in disarray.
Really?
Take advantage.
And 19 lives, so this is gonna go fast. Let me deploy that shit. Just give me a little bit of cover. Oh, frick. We got 10 lives left. We got 10 lives left. Think we're gonna lose. 8 lives left. As soon as I respawn, then basically we're out of lives, so. First time I've actually seen that turret fire. I know, it's like, oh look, somebody was like right up to it at point blank, so I decided to finally shoot. Three lives left. So I do some tidying up quite often, but I was clearing out the closet for, I don't know, any more and stuff. And we're out of lives. I need to tidy up my room some at some point, but I just keep putting it off, so
No more
that.
casualties today.
Wonder if I can, if this is the last program I launch up, does it work a bit better? Actually, wait, I wonder if, like, maybe if I run it with that tracking module, if it'll work a little bit less with that shit. Whoosh. Because, yeah, like, this program works perfectly fine that it's actually doing all the tracking in. But then it's like all the other stuff is, like, messed up, so, I don't know. Oh, I was looking at the mouse on my screen and I'm like, why am I not able to click on things?
Yes. Time for action.
There we go. Now we'll be in a group. Hello. Hello. I was looking at something, damn it. How dare you hit me in the back of the head while I was looking at something? Oh, I'm backwards, aren't I? Shit. Flip horizontal. And then we spin ourselves this way. Okay, now I'll look at you when I talk to you. This will be better, right? Now I'm actually looking at you when I'm actually looking at you.
And take it for themselves. We are not going to let that happen. Stop them at the Gatestone Pass. Hold every inch of territory to the last and make the Russians bleed.
Heights.
We have your back.
This thingy here, this thingy here. Spawn me at the place where I want to be. I want to throw some things that track the enemy. Okay, I think maybe what I need to start doing is like starting up. It's like, what? Hello, elbow. Hello? Oh, there we go. That's not the way the elbow's supposed to spin.
Sector, we can still fall back. But we have to slow the enemy force.
Oh, wow. I got shot by somebody. Stupid gun bullets. How dare they hurt me? Is it all like still kind of laggy and shit? Do I need to bring my graphics down to low?
Alpha 1 is lost. We do not have
Oh shit. Well, I killed your tank before you killed me, so I believe that's victory for me. Nyeh. Look at that great crotch shot that we got going on right there. And a little bit of mud on my leg. Alright, we're done with the crotch shot.
They're attacking one of our objectives.
Just getting a little muddled up. So I'm gonna try switching the game to like low graphics and see if that helps any. Right. I was like, this looks like Battlefield 1.
Enemies attacking Alpha 2.
There's explosions going on there. You almost revived. There you go. You knew how to do it. I don't know why, like, my stuff has been getting, like, so intense lately with, like, the graphics or whatever, but let's not snipe that person.
To attack Alpha 1.
We couldn't maintain control of Alpha 2.
I think, yeah, I sniped that person out of the damn car. I'm having so many, like, issues right now. All my stuff is lagging. My computer keeps, like, not wanting to play the next song for some reason. This game is so horrible sometimes. Aren't you supposed to assassinate somebody if you hold the F button, I thought? I thought if you hold F, it's like it's an assassination kill. Did they take that out of 2042? You just need to tap it when behind them. It used to be you had to hold the button. So if you just tap the F or whatever the melee button when you're behind them, and that will do the kill stuff now.
Can't hold them here. Fall back to the next sector.
Whoa. Alright, I'm gonna turn that program back off. It's definitely still lagging a lot. I want to see something here. Okay, keep secondary on. It could actually be that. I'm gonna try something. If I exit out of this. Turn off this. BT manager, no. Okay, does this help? Did that help at all with the lag? Nope, it did not. Alright, we'll go back to this plan then.
Fall back.
Alright, everything's gonna mess up here in a second. Alright, so that should... Okay, mouth is still working. So that should help a little bit with all my stuff that's lagging right now. Or I could just go PNG tuber.
Russians have entered the sector. Regroup and guard the objectives.
Oh, we don't go out there, do we?
Engagement immediately. Looking for the net left. Enemy fire incoming! Watch my back!
That's some grenades. Did I, like, aim up slightly because that hit me? Spin me over here.
Reloading ammunition.
Hi, All-Star. How are you? What is happening?
Russians are attacking one of our objectives.
Hope you're having a wonderful day. No. Hitting that thing?
Need for action.
I'm even hitting it.
Target is down.
It's going alright. Nothing to really complain about. Just messing around, trying to get some of my stuff working today with my my models and everything like that. My honest opinion on this game, I've played a lot of Battlefield games. I've played a lot of Battlefield games. I think the only one that I haven't played was Battlefield 1, the World War I one that they had. I mean, as far as things go, it's like, you know, obviously it's not as good as some of the other ones that I've played, and there's like some short givings on it, but as far as a Battlefield game goes, it's decent. It's not like, you know, if you're going to get it for $60, I would kind of pass on it, but if you can get it for like, you know, under 30, like, I'd say it's definitely good for an under 30 game. Like, it's a solid buy at $30. It just kind of depends on how much of a Battlefield fan you are after that, for the ups and downs. They have custom maps that you can do the whole, like, 128 stuff with. But they do have, this is a 32 right now. But the official servers don't support the 128 maps. You have to be in a custom map to do that, and those ones still kind of lag a little bit.
Hostile infantry. 280 degrees. 70 meters from my position.
Because, yeah, it's like the dedicated servers and all that sort of stuff, so. But the one cool thing, though, about this version of Battlefield is they did include a thing called Battlefield Portal, so you can kind of play like the old Battlefield maps and everything like that. Like, you literally play Battlefield 4, Battlefield Bad Company, and all those sorts of things in a custom game mode.
Engagement immediately.
But you can play all those things, and basically it's like the old rule sets and everything like that. It's just it's with this graphics, you know. So when it came out, it definitely had a lot of bad things going on for it, like hovercrafts going like straight up walls and things like that. But they fixed a lot of the issues. They fixed a lot of the issues. There's still some issues, but they fixed a lot of the issues that were there before. Hopefully they fix more. Oh yeah. Oh no, I can't do anything to this. When you don't have your stupid rocket launcher. Take that thing. Ah, shit. I think I overthrew that. It's gonna... Nah, nobody's gonna revive me. What is that? Oh, landmines. Am I dead? Yeah. Nobody's gonna give me C1 lost. C2 lost. Shit. Yeah, bring the meta pack with us. There's one enemy in here somewhere. Here. Oh, there they... They're up there. Oh, there's 2 of them in there. 3 of them. I respawn and go kill them. I marked them over there. There. Oh, wait, it was like right here. Like a med thing. Why don't I use that? No. Frick. Test it. That helicopter needs to go. No respawn modes. Not that I can think of, no. That's okay. Up. That scared me.
abandon the sector. Fall back, regroup. We'll hold the line in the next sector.
Mostly focusing on big team mode, unless if you go through the portal. So they have this mode, which is the breakthrough mode. They've got the normal one where they've got the points all out throughout the map. So like, you know, you're capturing like different bases and you're doing like, you know, ticket counts. And then they also have like a smaller like rush mode as well, which is like 16 versus 16. Okay, I can't put it in the damn... I wanted to put that in the bushes, but that was not going to happen. Ow. Thank you. Yeah, like the portal is more for like just if you wanted to play like the older versions of the games and stuff like that. Or like there's something very specific about like one of the older game modes like Battlefield Bad Company 2. A lot of people enjoyed, so like, you know, there was like a lot of people that would play that. I haven't really touched the portal in a while, so I don't know if there's like anything new in there recently, but I did play it like quite a bit when it was like when I first got the game. It's pretty much using like these graphics, but like just with the old maps. Right now I've got oh shit. I've got this game on like a lower setting because I was having some lag issues with my overlays and stuff, so. Still looks good. It's good. I mean, it looks a lot better when I don't have all my stuff running and I can put it on like high graphics. Well, I hit him in the forehead. Unfortunately, I ran out of those bullet things to shoot them with. Yeah, I can feel like my frame rate skipping and like my bullets not firing because of it. Oh, thank you. Usually I can be a little bit more animated with my arms and stuff, but unfortunately my one of the things that's lagging me up is one of my normal programs I run, which gives me a lot better control over like my arm movements and everything, so. If you're running on Ultra and it looks good, yeah, it does look a lot better in like Ultra mode and everything like that, so. Let's get rid of this. We'll go back to the sensor balls. I remember playing it when it came out and the FPS was like wacky, but it still looked really good right now. Yeah, I mean, any frame rate issues you're seeing right now, like when I'm playing it, it's purely because of my setup with my but it's purely because of my setup with my my V2 program and my character and everything. So I think like the game, it doesn't allow me to like customize my frame rate right now. So it's like it's looking at the frame rate of my primary monitor, and it's basically saying like, oh, your refresh rate of your primary monitor is 144. We're going to give you that. And it's like, no, please don't. I need to not be at 144. That's too many frames for my computer to handle. I don't care if my monitor is capable of that. Do I need to throw my monitor out the window so that way you can recognize that I need this to be lower? Did you ever play Titanfall? Because that is a good game to have. That's like, they've got some good game modes for no respawn, I think. Alright, let's see how well sniper rifle works when I'm lagging.
Enemy helicopter spotted.
Helicopter! Out of reach. I got close. Playing Modern Warfare 2 these days, the newest release of that. Yeah, I've got a few friends that have been playing that. How are you liking it? Because they've been like in the whole, like, was it the DMZ mode and stuff like that, whatever that means.
Echo 2 is being contested by our enemy.
Target hit.
Wish there wasn't a but, though.
Got the south.
They changed the movement, in all honesty, you're not a fan of that. Is it like, did they add like a lag composition or something like that? So people are like moving a lot more erratically when it updates?
Off Echo 1.
Also prefer the graphic style from Modern Warfare 2019. The movement in Modern Warfare 2 is slower. What was the one? Cold War or something like that that came out? It's like 3 Modern Warfares ago. Oh, that goddamn light. Damn, missed that one too.
Hostiles just took Echo 2. The hostiles are all over us.
Enemy tank. Southwest.
Then Vanguard. Yeah, the one before Vanguard. I had fun with that one. I felt like that one played a little bit better in terms of like movement and just like playability and weapons. The maps were not the best, but for some reason, like I kind of jived a little bit better with the actual gameplay of those ones. That's the reason I didn't buy Vanguard. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I liked Cold War better. I only played the beta for Vanguard, and the beta was actually really bad. But I think it's primarily because, like, they didn't have hardcore mode for the beta, so that kind of, like, exacerbated the whole systems of the games, like mechanics and just, like, things that don't really work well in those games that make it too arcadey, where it's like, you know, it takes too many bullets to kill somebody type deal. Like, normal, I never liked normal mode with the Call of Duty games just because, I don't know, like, I'm more of like the Rainbow Six style where you can get shot up and killed in like, you know, 2 bullets versus it being like, oh, I fired a whole clip into this person and they had enough time to jump around and evade my shots, do this like worm maneuver, and then throw a knife at me. It's like, Really? I shot them with a whole clip, and they managed to just basically run around in circles like, you know, freaking Mo Howard, and it's just like, really? Come on. You're up to play games like 2042 or other multiplayer games with viewers. I mean, yeah, if you want to like jump into this game or something like that. I just don't know how late I'm going to be playing for it tonight though. The squad size is like, I think only 4 players though, so. But yeah, Living Death Guy is in here right now. He's in the squad. Yeah, my Call of Duty or Battlefield 20 whatever name is just Reinhardt_R. Some games take, or some guns take too many bullets to get a kill. Like even like, cause I mean like the headshots, they still kill kind of quick and everything like that. Only 19 kills and 23 assists. Cause yeah, it's like, you know, using like an SMG or something like that. Like it's almost worthless in those modes because like the SMG has such a low damage per bullet. So it's like, unless you get nothing but headshots, you're not going to kill somebody who's like using an assault rifle, which practically does like twice the damage. And for the most part, range doesn't really matter in, like, I felt like in Call of Duty games. So it's more of like, I always felt like most Call of Duty games, I would see people literally jumping around a corner and just shooting like it's like Quake, you know?
Time for action.
Were you looking to join Bad Vibe or not yet? Or were you just asking for the sometime near future? Well, I mean, like, if you find like a long alleyway or something like that, then sure, but like in most situations, I feel like most people try to do it that way. Like the whole jump and shoot and just, you know, strafe and shoot and like all those sorts of things. Not at the moment though. Okay, no, I was just asking to see. That's fine. Because like most games that allow that whole like gameplay mechanic where it's like somebody can just like start bunny hopping to avoid bullets, like, it becomes like too cartoony to me, and I don't really like that. Like I feel like if you jump, like you at most get like maybe 2 jumps, you know? After 2 jumps, that's it, you're done, you're standing still, you know? Like I feel like that's the maximum. Like, you know, first jump is like a pretty good one. Second jump is going to have less energy. And then if you're trying to jump like a third time, your aim's going to go all over the place, but you're not going to be moving that much. Like, that's how I feel it should progress. Like, if you expect to be doing like bunny hopping stuff in the middle of a combat and still hit your opponent, no, that should not be allowed. Haven't played in a while. Well, I mean, they did do the update pretty recently. So this is actually a brand new map. So this is the brand new map that just came out this week, I think it was. Yeah, I mean, like, bunny hopping is like, yeah, you see that back in the day at Counter-Strike where physics didn't exist.
We have your back. Take whatever you need to get the job done.
There we go. That should be good. I feel like bunny hopping is a crutch, honestly. Because people use it and they just like, they basically hip fire and hold down the shoot button while jumping. That's how I feel like most bunny hopping characters kind of play. And they just kind of fire around and they'll eventually get a hit. But they make it so that it's like, it's hard, like at close range, you know? Like if you're somehow able to do that at like a long range strike, okay, more power to you. But if you're doing it at like a point blank, I just jumped around a corner. somebody was on the nose of that helicopter. Are you kidding me?
They're attacking one of our objectives.
Dude, really? People try to use it on me and you still kill them. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it should be like a guaranteed you're dead type deal. Like, if you're jumping more than twice, you should not be able to like hold your own against somebody that's like, you know, you jumped around the corner and you missed like half your clip. You should pretty much be screwed at that point, is what I'm saying.
Enemy helo, 240 degrees, 60 meters from our position.
They've lost control of an objective.
Somebody want to cover my right ass cheek, please? I'd kill them with when my aim got better. Well, I mean, the best is like when you've got like certain games where they give you like shields and people try to do that and you're just like, you absorb all their bullets and they're just like, wait, I don't know what to do.
Accessing the terminal.
An objective is under attack.
Need a second.
Really, dude? You had to stand in front of me? I almost had a lock on. I wish I could fire this at a goddamn tank. It's flying like it's planet side out there.
Alpha 2 is no longer secure.
What the hell is she? There she is. Titanfall 2 was good too. So I never got to play Titanfall 2 too much because I think like one of the didn't like Battlefield 5 like just come out or something.
Turn to the fight.
So like I got distracted with playing Battlefield 5 instead.
We'll make another stand here. Hold the objective as long as you can.
Head to reload!
But I did play a whole heck of a lot of Titanfall 1 though. And everybody says Titanfall 2 was actually like better too.
Explosive set!
One of our objectives has been attacked.
Like, what the hell just happened there? Like, I turned around, that dude was, like, exploded into, like, 50 million pieces. But somehow it looked like he was, like, flying from a parachute and killed me. Okay, can we, like, hold this point and just, like, not lose it in 2 seconds? Everybody, please? Why am I taking fire? Weren't you the one getting shot at? Oh shit. Okay, cool. Hiding in the damn thing. The math isn't mathing. I understand how the shooting is so good in Titanfall 2 and so bad in Apex. I mean, they're probably built off of slightly different engines, so... Plus, it's like the entire game, wasn't it? You know, like, basically they took their entire team and, like, shifted them into a new project without really giving them any say-so, so... Can't support the same maneuvers as Titanfall. Yeah, I mean, Titanfall had, like, like wall running and stuff like that. And
Hold the sector.
I think
Defend the objective.
while Apex, like, they've got some stuff like that, but they don't have like the whole extent of what like Titanfall had.
Requesting a ranger drop.
Please move your ass in front of me so that I can get shot in the head by somebody that I was shooting at. Yeah, you kind of deserve that. I'm just gonna say that. Shot his ass. He farted on you. I mean, pretty much. I mean, the person that was just sitting there was just like right in my way as I was trying to get that headshot.
Enemy forces hitting Charlie 2.
Are EMP grenades any good against like tanks and stuff? Like, if I throw an EMP tank at a tank, is it kind of like them getting hacked?
The objective is no longer secure.
Take commando!
Hostiles are taking it.
Take an EMP grenade! Ah, shit. I don't think it has any effect. Well, it said it did something right there. I disrupted the enemy with that.
Allies engaging in Charlie 2.
So yeah, this loadout. That. Search and destroy mode. Okay, I got a vehicle assist. I think that was from when I put down those landmines like aeons ago. Shit. Who? Where? How?
Breathing. I've got you. Hostiles down.
Let's get you in a second. I just want to make sure I was clear on my backside. Crap. As soon as I turn around. Seems as though they're not trying to compete with Call of Duty as the focus is on the big battles. I mean, yeah, they tried to kind of compete with Call of Duty at one point, I feel like. And that's kind of like when they lost a lot of their player base. So that was kind of like, I think, the big thing that kind of screwed them over with like keeping their player base. Like even Medal of Honor tried to do that too. Like Medal of Honor didn't know really what they were wanting to do, and then they're like, let's copy Call of Duty, and then they just tanked, and nobody now plays Medal of Honor.
Charlie 1 taken by hostiles. Taking objective.
But I mean, like, you have something like PlanetSide, which is like, I would say, like, you know, the top tier when it comes to like a massive multiplayer battle game, but it's got like such a bad reputation that people are just like blah over it and they don't even bother with it. And to be honest, like, the dev team is getting a little kind of like lazy when it comes to their stuff and mismanagement of like how they should be doing things. But
Take some ammo!
I mean, like, overall, it's like, it's a game that basically, like, you can't really compete against in terms of like massive warfare. Not unless if you're getting into like some of these like newer ones, like War of Rights or something like that, but that's like, it's a different genre in itself too. If Battlefield 2042 had a 6v6 mode, you would have bought it by now. But I mean, then if you're doing that, it's like you're pretty much playing Counter-Strike, or I mean not Counter-Strike, Call of Duty.
Grenade deployed!
So I mean, you might as well just get Call of Duty at that point then, right?
I'll get you up.
Hostiles are trying to seize one of our objectives.
Shit!
Enemy forces have taken a blow, so keep coming.
Let's reload. Oh, frick, somebody got me on the left. We have Ground War and Invasion, which is like Battlefield, big teams, tanks, etc. Oh, they actually have stuff like that in Call of Duty now? Because, yeah, I mean, like, you know, tanks and everything like that is like one of the staple things about Battlefield. But, I mean, like, quite honestly, I did like
Can't hold the
Battlefield 4's maps that were a little bit smaller but didn't have any like tanks and vehicles in it. I actually played those modes a lot more, I think, out of all the other modes when it came to Call of Duty or Battlefield. Oh my god, we're talking about too many damn games. So like, because like they had a lot of really nice mechanics in like Battlefield 4, where they had like the suppression system and, you know, the terrain, like destruction of stuff or whatever. So like I really like the whole fact that you could be playing as a like an LMG. You wouldn't get a single kill, but you'd be firing rounds down at the enemy, and it would be enough to do like a suppression. So you would actually get like a lot of credit for like suppressing the enemy. Let's talk about Tetris as well. They just Tetrised my freaking face. PlanetSide 2 also has, it's running on servers as old as 13 COD games. Yeah, that's also the biggest issue with PlanetSide is they've done updates, but they haven't really done an update to it, you know? If that makes sense. Like, they've made updates in terms of, like, the game has been given new stuff, but they did not give it, like, say, like a lift or anything like that. Like, they need to improve the graphics and things like that on the game to really make it, like, usable for people to play again. I mean, PlanetSide Arena would have been the perfect time to revamp that game into something new. Well, I mean, not something new, but to revamp it into something that was more modernized. The only problem is nobody liked it. So it basically, you know, they took all the money that they had from PlanetSide 2, funneled it into this new project, and before it even had a chance to get off the ground, it was basically dead in the water, which more or less was like, you know, we're gonna copy this mode of gameplay that has been out for like almost 2 years, that already has a well-established group of people that play, and we're going to try to take them away from their games with this this system that is completely not the same as it, but we're going to advertise to them as if it was, and not really give a good tutorial of how to play the game. We'll have it all based off of the beta that we run, and after the beta, we'll shut the game down within a month.
They're coming, and there's nowhere else to run.
Yeah, I mean, like, I tried PlanetSide Arena a little bit, but but I really couldn't get into it because, like, the people that we finally got the groove of it. EVE Online has a larger player base by factions of 20. Or by a factor of 20. Yeah, I mean, but that's like all player-made factions, though. It's not like, you know, the ABC faction or something like that. It's, you know, these are factions made by players, so they're more like guilds. And so it's not like a defined, so it's not defined as like, you know, 3 warring factions in a mass warfare. It's more like guild versus guild or something like that, in small conflicts with, you know, the occasional large faction fighting a large faction of, you know, people, which that doesn't promote drop in and play style of people. Like, you've got hardcore players and then you have non-players. Solo players can't really accomplish much in a game mode like that, so they're forced to basically join a corporation under somebody else's rules and configurations, versus something like PlanetSide, where you're assigned to a faction. You're working for that faction. You're playing with that faction as a team, regardless of, you know, your cohesion and everything like that. So it's like you're not going to get booted off your faction just because you're not following orders. You'll probably get yelled at by people they'll call you noob for not helping capture a point, but, you know, to that extent, you're not basically running into like, oh, I decided I didn't want to play today, so I got kicked from my clan, you know? Oh shit, it's bad. I need a good, fun PvP cross-platform game to play besides Call of Duty, and I can't seem to find one. This is cross-platform right here, and it's PvP. I've been playing with Princess, who's on console a lot with this game, so this is cross-platform. Because her computer's been having some issues, so we were trying to find some games to play with her. This is one of the games that came up. Other than this game as well. Damn, Overwatch isn't cross-platform. I think that's only PC too. You can play Tetris. You can play the modded version of Tetris. Damn Ranger.
Stay away! Shoot back!
Where's this dude that's sniping? Damn it. Really need some ammo. Oh, there's an ammo box up here. Yoink! Our co-op experience. There's a co-op mode in this game. Yes, I was shooting at him until you moved your ass into my freaking line of sight. Yeah, Battlefront. Oh, is that Star Wars Squadron? Does that one support console play at all? Or is that PC only? Because that was actually a pretty fun flight game. It has PvP in it and everything like that. And then it has like a story mode. I think the story mode can be played co-op. I'm not entirely sure. I mainly bought it because it had like a VR mode into it, and that was actually like really awesome to play in VR. I haven't gotten back to it though in like forever, just because they had a lot of issues with their whole like ranking system in that game, to where I got completely like screwed. And by the time they fixed it, I was kind of like done with it. Like I was just kind of like annoyed to the point of where I'm like, I don't care anymore. So it's like they finally, like the day they finally fixed it, I was just kind of like, I'm frustrated. I can't do this anymore. Uninstalled, moving on. MMO, RPG, or co-op experience. I mean, let's see. You've got games like Conan Exiles is a really good co-op game that does have PvP in it as well. I believe that has cross-platform. I can't say for 100% if it does. I played it primarily on PC, so I don't know for certain if it does or doesn't have cross-platform. Because the game does have like a lot of mods that you can install. No Man's Sky, you can play that co-op. As well as single player. And there isn't like any PvP to that one though. So they've done a lot of upgrades to that game. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. It's like, I don't know if it was, if it did support cross-platform or not. I don't think it does. I think it's primarily a PC game. Or like, yeah, at the very least PC plays with PC, if there is even a console version. Black Desert Online. Yeah, I know they've got that mobile version and stuff like that, but I know the mobile version is different from the other game. I'm not sure. I could see it being cross-platform, but I can't say that it is, you know? Yeah, I mean, like, cause you're basically looking for like a shooter game, so. Oh, what was that one game, like Tango and something or other? I don't know if it's cross-platform, but I know it's got like a pretty good co-op game. There's not any PvP to it though. It's like this, it was like a spy game where like one person's like the operative and the other is like a is like the eye in the sky style or something like that.
No longer control Echo 2.
The battle will be lost if we do not reignite.
It can be an RPG. What was that one game?
Rising through the haze, keep me close.
Russian forces have secured Echo 2.
Oh, what is that game called?
Mist closing in,
Reckoning, oh, thank you so much for the follow. Very much appreciated. I hope you enjoy your stay. What is that game called? It's like called like Reckoning or something like that.
Objective secure. Repeat, objective secure.
I can look it up in a minute after I'm like either dead or in like the respawn.
I order you, do your guard. Taking losses.
Like something kingdoms or reckoning the kingdom recon. Oh, I can't even click in there. What the hell? Wow, my what is the? There we go. Come on.
drifting away to a sunset tide.
Oh, my entire computer is like lagged up right now. Not that.
And there's no turning back, no time to sleep tonight.
Oh, Remnant from the Ashes might be a decent co-op game. And I'm pretty sure that one does support crossplay. I think it does. I can't say for sure. I think it does. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of this game, but there's this like, it was like an RPG third person. It felt like it was a major ripoff of Dragon Age, but it was like more of an action RPG game. It began with like an R, I want to say. Like Elder Scrolls Online, but it doesn't have crossplay. Yeah, god damn, if I can remember the name of this game, like, the game is kind of like Elder Scrolls, it's kind of like Dragon Age, but it's like an action game and all that sort of stuff. You play it in third person. They gave it, like, multiplayer support later. I can't remember. Like, when we get out of this game, I'll try to search for it. I mean, I heard good things about Two Worlds 2. It had a horrible launch, but it had a much better follow-up on it. But yeah, like, I remember hearing a lot of people say that, like, the game was absolute ass when it came out. But later on, when they fixed it up, it did a lot better for a co-op experience. Kind of like No Man's Sky, yeah, pretty much. But it's like, but they didn't get a really a good chance to redeem themselves like No Man's Sky did, because pretty much because like their first game was kind of bad, it wasn't that great, and they somehow got the funding to do a sequel, but like their sequel launched was like even worse. And everybody was just like, this is full of glitches, this is horrible, this shit does not work, there's so many game-breaking bugs. And then they fixed it up, they got things like working again, but all the negative reviews, like, nobody went back to play it and they just left it. It's kind of what ended up happening with that. soon as we get out of this map, I don't know how many people are left. We got 61. We've almost actually won this. And I mean, they've already almost won this too. Oh, jeez. Why do I keep doing that?
Ready for action!
The Russian reinforcements are finished.
Ah, damn it. Oh, I got shot from the other side. Hi, Meowspear. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. E1 has been lost though. How about you disconnect? Living Death guy? There we go. We lost. Okay. Kingdom. There's like Kingdom or something like that. Reckoning. Maybe I don't have it. Like, I thought I owned the game. Ah, here we go. Kingdom of Amura Reckoning. There we go. That's what I was looking for. I'm pretty sure this game had co-op. It's an open world. Shit, it says single player. I thought they had I thought they added co-op support to this. Was there a second one of this game? I swear they added co-op support to that. Didn't that game get multiplayer support, I thought? There's Reckoning and Fate's Worm. It was a single player game when it came out, but I swear I thought I heard somewhere that they had a co-op version of the game. Maybe it's a mod that I'm thinking of then. It must have been a mod then, I guess. Because it says it's only a single player game. God, I could have sworn that one had multiplayer on it, though. Oh, Fable 3. You could try that one out, too. Fable 3 had multiplayer, and... Does that one work cross-play platform? I mean, it's more of an, a story-driven game or whatever. It's not too open world, I feel like, at least not at the beginning.
Our headquarters are in Scandinavia. They're one of our top supporters in this part of Europe.
It was single player when you did.
Russia. The enemy plans to
I mean, it's still a pretty good single player game. But damn, I could have sworn that one had multiplayer on it.
take territory to the last.
I mean, if you want to do something that's more turn-based, though, like you've got, like, Baldur's Gate. What is that one game? Solaris? If you do, like, if you don't mind checking out, like, a turn-based game instead of a, instead of like a third person like action game or whatever, if you want to check out like a good Spirit Squad Whisper. What did I just get? But yeah, as like a turn-based like strategy style game or whatever, Solaris is a really cool like D&D style game where you have like, you know, cantrip spells, you have to do like long and short rests, you have like your quests and all that sort of stuff. Like it's a total like D&D experience for that. But you can play that multiplayer and like, you know, have like, you know, 2 people. It goes up to 4 players, but you can have like 2 players where like, you know, one person controls 2 characters, another person controls 2 characters and things like that. They did release some new content for that one not too long ago too. So that's a good one if you wouldn't mind checking out like a strategy game instead of an action RPG game.
Enemy soldier mark.
Shit. Ow, 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 ow. Heal, please. I have 5 HP. Heal. Oh, shit. That's the opposite of a heal. That's a kill. So I played that and I was like a single player when you did. Is there anything I've gotten else recently? I mean, there's like, oh, I switched that to software instead of that. That's what I'm there. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Very much appreciated. I hope you enjoy your stay.
The enemy has conquered Alpha 2.
I mean, I've been playing Darktide Warhammer, but that's definitely not got crossplay. I got him. Well, I hit him, but I didn't kill him. You stop trying to snipe with rocket launchers. Heal, kill. Sounds like the same thing. And I'm out of rockets. Anybody got ammo around here? Somebody got some rockets in their back pockets? What was I talking about? Something? I don't know. Something dark side. Oh, crap. Something complete. Oh, right. If you can get a mod for Bannerlord, you can play that multiplayer, and that's a really kick-ass game that you can play multiplayer if you can get it set up right and it doesn't crash on you. It's basically, it's like, it's swords. There's no sorcery. It's literally like, you know, just like crusades, killing other people, massive warfare, large armies. It's fun. Maybe with mods? You'd have to look at the mod list though. Would maybe check out, see if MechWarrior has a cross-platform play on that. MechWarrior 5, because I know that's got a co-op experience, and I feel like it would be recent enough to where it might have a cross-platform play. I just don't know for sure. see. Phantasy Star Online might work. That should have cross-platform, I think. Phantasy Star Online too. You think every game would just have it by now? Yeah, but corporate people are very, very picky. So, you know, they don't want to allow, you know, the Sonys don't want to allow the Microsofts, and the Microsofts don't want to allow their own PCs. So, and Nintendo's just kind of on their own little, like, island. So I used to work for game companies. And I can tell you for certain, it's very easy for games to communicate with each other. It is not a hard thing to do. When we were testing our stuff that was like going to be released on multiple platforms, we had them all hooked up to the same server. They all talked to each other just fine. They saw each other just fine. There was 0 issues between them. However, as per contract with Microsoft, Sony, and all those things, they had to be separate servers. Otherwise, they were not going to let us launch the games. I mean, they are getting a little bit better as of like the last like 5 years. They've started to do it a lot more often with allowing cross-platform. It's still not like a default. It's like, you know, if the game is at all a proprietary game or anything like that, you can guarantee it's not going to have cross-platform play on it. Something to do with money and platform wars. Yeah, that's basically the entire thing. Is they don't want to mix each other up, because the main thing stems from the stores and stuff like that, like the platforms like store, like the Xbox Live store and the PlayStation Network store, and you know the Nintendo store and all that stuff, because they want people spending money in their store. So if they're not spending money in their store buying their stuff, they don't want to support somebody else, is kind of what it is, you know? So it's like, you know, they just because, you know, they're providing a service where people can, like, you know, play a game, if they don't buy the DLC on their platform, they get angry. Shit. Oh yeah, but they don't care. They just care about their pocketbooks. Pure and simple. They want more money in their pocketbooks, and they don't care what it does to the player base. Because this is a CEO higher up directive, not something that the developers themselves are deciding. Because, like, a lot of times the developers aren't even, like, they're, like, separate studios from the parent company. Like, they're not really contract, but they're, like, either bought out or they pretty much just work with them or something like that, or they're a studio under contract with them or something like that. So they're not really at liberty to make these decisions, and they have to follow what their parent company wants done. So they have to basically make the game under those parameters. Otherwise, they don't get money to release their game, or in some cases, they're not even able to launch their game because, you know, it's like, you can't put this on our system because it's talking with other systems, with other, you know, consoles or whatever. Does Monster Hunter Rise support crossplay? Or even just any of the Monster Hunters? Because that would be a good one to do, if you can play that one as a co-op. I can see that one as being like, why would it not be crossplay?
Objective lost. We need to retake it.
But then you're looking at more game sales, which is better for the company that made the game, not necessarily the system owners. Because most of the time you have something like Insomnia or I mean, not really even Insomnia, but like Ubisoft doesn't own they don't own a console, but like they'll release a game like Far Cry, right? So who gets the money for Far Cry? Basically, Ubisoft gets the money for Far Cry. So every sale that they make is theirs. And then basically any sales that they make on like the marketplace, a percentage of that goes to the console owning system or whatever, But then the majority of it ends up goes to, Ubisoft themselves. So yeah, Sony and Microsoft, they want people to buy their system. So if they can limit people from connecting to playing on, if people are playing on PlayStation, they want more people to come to PlayStation. So that way, the more people that play on PlayStation, the more friends that they can force to play on PlayStation, the more sales they get in the store with that. And then people opt to buy a game, their next game or something like that on that console. So yeah, I mean, it's like cross-platform in the eyes of the Microsoft and Sony is a bad thing. Cross-platform in the eyes of the developer is an amazing thing because that means more people play their game, which means, you have more people on the servers for more other people to play the game with, which basically keeps the game more alive and makes their game more successful. So, yes. Hello, thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. I hope you enjoy your stay. So yeah, it's like this little stupid tug of war that they've got where, it's good for the game, but it's bad for the console. And then, if they make it specific for the console, then it's good for the console, but bad for the game. Because how many people did not play God of War because it was a PlayStation only title, right? How many people did not play Halo or Gears of War because it was a Microsoft exclusive? How many people, never got to play Mario Party 10? What are they on now? Mario Party 12? Mario Party Superstars? Mario Party the 9th XXX 7-digit of hells or something? I mean, how many people didn't play that because they didn't have a Switch? What the hell Mario Party are they up to now anyways? How many people bought a console for a game made eons ago? So, oh my gosh, so there was I bought my original Xbox, I purchased an original Xbox at one point. I hit the freaking bar right in front of his face. So I bought the Xbox because I really wanted to play Fable on it because I couldn't play it on anything else. So I bought it, I got Fable, I started playing it, and I think I bought maybe 3 other games, like Too Human, which was an amazing game. Shut up about the controls, you'll get used to them. The game was absolutely amazing, and it sucks that they're never going to make a sequel to it. So I played that game, Too Human, and I think 2 other games or something like that. And then after that, I basically just sold it back to GameStop and bought a DS instead. I bought an Xbox, can't remember which one, for the Call of Duty. Never touched it again after that. Yeah, because I think, I also, because I got an Xbox 360 at some point later. I got it like for cheap. It was like a used system that I was like, because I didn't really care too much about the Xbox, so I got myself a used system of it for pretty cheap and all that sort of stuff. Mainly just to play Halo with my brother. That was like it. So, as he like, I think that was like one of the only games that we actually could like agree on playing or something like that. So. Somebody like tried to shoot at me. But yeah, I mean, aside from that, like, I never really touched my Xbox. Like, I think I modded my Xbox just so I could like do a little bit more with it. But after that, like, I really never touched my Xbox long term. Oh yeah, the other thing that I did with my Xbox is that was like the only system that I could play. So this is kind of funny. Is I played Final Fantasy 11. I did not have the PlayStation 2 adapter for it, but I played it on PC. I eventually got the Xbox and I got the game for it. All games for Xbox require the Xbox Pass to play the game online. You have to have the Xbox Gold membership. That particular game, you can play with a Silver membership, which was free. So it was the only game on the console that you could technically play online without having an Xbox Gold membership. So, yeah. Really? That went like right through his skull. Reload time on that is actually really crappy. After about 2 weeks, we all stopped playing. I played the N64 with your brother and was big into the Nintendo for the longest times. So I got into PC gaming when I got into high school. Yeah, I didn't really have like too much Nintendo stuff growing up. Like I had some friends that like I went over to their house or whatever, and like I was able to play some stuff there. But, like I pretty much like I had like the NES, and then I had the Genesis, and then I started getting more like Sega stuff, I guess. And then I got to PlayStation eventually, and the PlayStation was basically where I was for a long time. But I like I was also PC, like even kind of at a young age, because my dad got a computer and kind of just said, here, tech support this stuff for me. I don't really understand it. So I would tech support it, and like I'd get on calls with like India to do like, you know, basically remote tech support, and I'd be entering in all the commands and stuff like that to try to fix his computer because it would stop working or wasn't working or something like that. So, you know, so basically I got my hands-on training from India tech supports telling me how to fix his computer, and then I figured out how to use computers that way. So yeah, that's why I am computer nerd, is because I learned how to use computer from doing all the IT stuff for my household, because they couldn't understand, they couldn't fix it, and they didn't really wanted to understand it, I guess. Like, you like games and stuff. Here, figure this out. This isn't a game thing though. It's a bunch of words, and it's a black screen with a blinking dot. Okay, I'll type these commands in. The files are in the computer. I mean, luckily, like nowadays, like my dad, my mom, and everybody like that, they know at least basic computer operations. I mean, by no means are they like experts, but they know enough to, like, you know, turn it on, use it, access webs and internets, emails, download a program or something like that, install something. Like, you know, they know the basics kind of deal. Like, you know, oh, I need this to get to my my Microsoft Word and stuff like that. I can use, you know, Excel and things. So you know, it's like they at least advanced that far. Gotcha, bitch. That was only like one person in there. Yeah, I know, I clicked on that. I just waste 2 bullets. Sniper rifles are usually not great for indoor combat. My Discord is like not working. Sweet. Alright, well, my computer might crash here in a minute because it's too many things going on with it. Yeah, no, I enjoy being able to use a computer and everything like that, so freaking flak thing or whatever, it's just like paper dull as soon as they start flying like that, or like, yeah, they start hitting people with that. Because like I went to like school for like graphics design and stuff like that. Like I was gonna try to become a 3D model animator and everything like that, but it was hard to get my foot in the door with like companies. Like, that's, you know, when I say I used to work for game companies, like I worked for game companies and like I could only really get in on the bottom floor and I could not advance past that. So yeah, I mean, at this point, I've kind of given up on the whole game company. Like, if I do anything with games at this point, it's going to be to launch my own project, so.
Echo 1 has been secured.
I would love to make my own game and everything, but working for like other companies, it's kind of like it's not gonna happen, you know? Like, I'm never gonna be in a position where unless I get like somehow hired as like a project manager, and even then you're gonna be working on somebody else's project, you're not gonna be working on your own project. So yeah, I mean, like, if you ever want to make your own game or something like that, you're gonna have to kind of do your own indie stuff. If you want to learn about the game making process, work for a game studio. I highly suggest working for independent developers. Do not work for anybody AAA, because you will hate life. I mean, if you've paid attention to the news at all for like the past, like 6 to 8 years for game development, you know what I'm talking about. Like, I left the game industry before a lot of the really bad stuff started coming out. I've worked for Activision Blizzard at one point. That was like, I mean, like almost 10 years ago, I want to say at this point. Yeah, no, that was like one of my worst jobs I've worked for. Yeah, I had a situation working there where I'm pretty sure that the fire alarm system was turned off because it was being noisy. So we had no like smoke detectors or anything like that working anymore. We were in the building on a relatively warm day. All the windows were closed because we're not allowed to open any windows in the building because, you know, they don't want to risk anybody climbing through our second story window floor to sneak in and steal any sort of precious information. And, you know, emergency doors are all locked and closed. So we have like practically no airflow. The AC was broken that day too, just to, you know, add on insult to injury during, you know, a getting warm summertime. And we were working and a cloud of smokes just starts rolling across the floor. One of our servers caught fire. So we're confused. We're like, what the, huh? That's not right, you know? And us, you know, basically being so freaking tired from working so much overtime, confused as all hell as to what's going on. We just kind of sit there puzzled going, should we leave? Probably. Yeah, maybe we should get out of here. Our manager of the area says like, hold on, I'll go check to see what it is. Just keep working. We're like, okay, well, I mean, we do need to have a paycheck, so we can't just leave if you say not to leave. A few minutes later, he finally comes back and says, okay, let's get out of here. And we're like, yeah, some people have already left. All the developers have already left the area, and it's visibly thick smoke on the ground. It was just, well, it wasn't like a bad fire. It was basically like something in the computer like melted down, like started to catch fire. It was just the computer itself, which I might want to add was, it was literally a computer on the floor. But yeah, so it was, I mean, it wasn't that bad. Like they were able to put it out and get it under control or whatever. But it was still like they had to let the place air out before we could get back in. But it was like one of those things where it's like, you know, a lot of this would have been detected a lot more earlier if the damn smoke detectors were not turned off, because like all week they were just triggering randomly for no apparent reason. As far as we know, they were triggering for no apparent reason. This was a building that had like, you know, like downstairs like lobby and other things like that, so the fact that they tampered with the fire alarm would have gotten someone's head rolled off. Oh yeah. Well, I think it was like the building, like, you know, owner or something like that was tampering with it, because like, you know, it was a studio, so it was like one of the sub studios. So we were basically like, you know, we worked for Activision Blizzard, but the studio itself was you know, like it was a rented studio or whatever that was owned by like another like, you know, an actual like person owned the land or whatever, the landlord person. So I think it was the landlord that turned it off. So I mean, that's probably like on their shoulders for that kind of crap happening. But it's like, it's this weird, like, you know, this should not have happened in the first place kind of deal. Like, and I feel like, you know, I feel like I saw somebody that was a part of of my studio that was talking with the landlord when they were tampering with the fire alarm system. So like, I think they turned it off for like a good like 3 to 4 days by that point when that had happened. No, So that was one of those moments where I'm just like, why do I even bother working at a place like this? Yeah, that was not a an enjoyable place to work for. There were days that we worked overtime at that place where we were literally working like 16-hour shifts, and then we had 8 hours in between. So like we only got like basically 8 hours off because they were required by law to give us an 18-hour or an 8-hour a break between shifts. If they were not required by law to do so, they would have made us work more. And for me, like I lived like probably about a good like 30 to 45 minutes away, on like when there's zero traffic. So, you know, you got to cut out like an entire hour of that time for me to drive to and from work. So basically I got 7 hours of free time between my shift. Now you got to also add in the fact that I've got to eat, clean up, take shower, try to relax a little bit and stuff like that before I can even get to sleep. So you want to probably take off another like, you know, 1 to 2 hours off that. So, you know, we're 6, 5, 4. We get about anywhere between, you know, like maybe about 5 hours of sleep or something like that if you're lucky. And you go right back to work the next day. And they had us doing that for about a month straight. With like, I think we had like 1 day off a week or something like that.
That's on Echo 2.
Like we were still working like Monday through Saturday, and occasionally getting like an on-call day on like on Sunday because something went wrong. We had people that were literally like sleeping in the lobby. Like people like they would sleep in their car because they couldn't drive home. They were sleeping in the lobby because they couldn't even get down to their car. You know, it's just, it was bad. Like, I saw somebody that was literally just sleeping on like they weren't even sleeping like on the couch or anything like that in the lobby. They literally got up on a we had like this empty space where like you could literally put like a I guess like a trophy or like some kind of like, you know, display item or something like that. You could put that like on that area. And they just laid up there and went to sleep on it. And like, I want to say they probably got like a good 20, maybe somewhere between like 10, 15 minutes of sleep. And then, you know, I was leaving for my shift at that point, finally going home with like a bunch of other people. And like a manager came like, and just poked him and it's like, all right, you can't sleep here. And it was like, why? You should let them sleep here. It's like, yeah, no, like,
They're retreating. You've done
that was like I said, that was like one of my worst jobs I ever had. It's like the epitome of like what is wrong with the game company, of like why game designers and workers need a union and everything like that. Like, I totally agree. They need a union. They need a voice. They need to not be shut down because they do this thing with their workers where they don't give them a chance to think, is what it is. That's the problem, is they don't give their workers a chance to think about why something is bad or why they shouldn't do that. They basically just say, go do this. You're gonna want to do this. You know, like basically kind of holding it like in a weird tone that makes you think. if you don't do what they want you to do, you're not going to be coming back to work tomorrow, kind of deal. You know, so it's a really weird industry. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people suffer burnout working for the game companies, like game industry, and the higher ups, they don't care. They want to push every ounce of work out of a person and get as much work out of them, and they don't care if they come back tomorrow because to them, everybody's replaceable. They don't care that you've worked on, like, you know, gold classics, or you've done something for the company that was absolutely amazing and basically saved them or gave them some sort of like iconic thing. They don't care. They just want you to work the next day and just work your ass off. That's all they want. They'll take credit for your hard work and say that they developed it. They'll PR the crap out of it, but that individual that came up with that, you know, item, that workflow, that thing that made it, put it on the map, their name will never be mentioned anywhere. They will just fade off into, you know, obscurity because nobody's going to hear their name, nobody's going to care. At best, maybe the manager of that person gets recognized by the, you know, some higher ups, and they get paid a bonus. That's basically all that really happens in the game industry.
She's gonna break
You know what's really amazing?
Perhaps you have one waiting in your locker right now. Their claims of being a neutral
When you say the word civilization,
that they are
what do you think of first?
for the American offensive.
That's right, Sid Meier's.
Big factory door
Sid Meier's put his name on all of his products.
dress for the call.
Because he put his name on all of his shit, you understand that it's Sid Meier's Pirates, Sid Meier's Civilization, Sid Meier's this, that. It's not Sierra. It's not Ubisoft. It's not anything else. It's Sid Meier's. Like, that name is associated. Like Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. You recognize the Tom Clancy part of it first and foremost, and then you realize this is Rainbow Six, not Ubisoft, you know? So it's amazing that, like, if you just put a person's name that, you know, wrote, designed, or something like that, you put their title in there, people will see this name. Like Hideo Kojima, like his name kind of like, you know, the Fox team or whatever, like, you know, he became like a lot more known because people realize, oh yeah, he's the worker of this really crazy ass like concepts of games, you know, Metal Gear's, you know, freaking idea, and then, you know, all the drama or whatever. But it's like, you know, when you get your name pushed up there, like his name popping up into the game and stuff like that, people recognize them when their name starts filtering out. But it's like game companies, they 100% don't want anybody to know who the developers are. Because, I mean, they'll say like, oh, we don't want people like stealing our developers, so we give them fake names or something like that, you know, in the credits, or we don't want them. This is a really fucked up thing right here. I had a friend that was working with me on the Call of Duty game. We were both working on the Call of Duty game, Advanced Warfare, and so we were working on the game, and they left the studio. So he left the studio before the game finished completion, right? So they took his name out of the credits. His name was nowhere in the credits or anything like that, so all the work that he did was basically scrubbed. So all mention of him working on there, because he was going to use it as a reference, like, oh yeah, I worked on Call of Duty, and, you know, like, here's my name in the credits as proof. Name was not there because they took his name out of all things as soon as he left the studio. even though he worked on it, he put money, like he spent time developing stuff, working on everything, because he was not there at the time of the launch when the credits were, being published. Basically, he does not exist as a person that worked on the game anymore. Yeah, no. Video games are just they're ruthless with those like freaking CEOs and stuff like that. I have had good times though, like working for indie studios and stuff like that, like just random companies that are just like smaller studios just to get a small project out or something like that. Like those things, like like the person that's like in charge of it, they're fun. They actually interact with the everybody on the floor and everything like that. Like they're literally at a computer helping people work. Like they're like literally in shouting distance of you. They're not in like some high-ass office with a closed door. Like, they're actually like getting real input from people as they're developing the game. So thank you.
That one is down.
Yeah, no, there's been a lot of times where it's like,
All objectives captured. Sector secure.
like, I've also like, one of the other companies I worked for was Sony Online Entertainment, SCEA, back when they were called Sony Online Entertainment. I worked in the online support department for them, which was basically online moderation for games. So basically, we would work with like already launched games and just more or less like get people that were like cheating, behaving poorly in lobbies, doing inappropriate things like that. Just stuff that was like just to kind of keep the games like civilized and all that stuff. So it was like an entire team of us that did that. But that was like another weird schedule of a thing that I did with that. So like my schedule with that was like I had a shift from like 2 p.m. to like 10 p.m. Like Monday through Friday. With like one day off during the weekday, and then I had a Sunday shift where I would work like a 10-hour shift. So like like basically I'd like show up at like 9 or was it? It was like about 11 hours. Like I'd show up at like 9 a.m. and leave at 9 p.m. I think was the shift. It was either 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. or 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So we were doing that once a week on like Sundays. And we also had like a morning shift that was there from like 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then we had like a graveyard shift that was like, 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. or something like that. It was like 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. till like 6 a.m. So basically it was like a 24-hour service, right? So all that stuff, so the weird thing about that whole scenario is the way that they kept us employed. Sony, in their infinite wisdom, figured out this nice little loophole for their employees. So they would hire on people or contract them or whatever and have them work for roughly 8 months, I would say, like 8 or 9 months. Pretty much up to the line of where they would have to give them a raise for being a congruent employee of the company. And they would terminate their contract for 3 months. Where after 3 months, they would rehire the individual for basically the exact same pay that they were doing for them before, so that they could employ people as a new employee at the same rate while keeping employees that they liked. So pretty much you're just kind of stuck at the same pay rate, but you had a job with a mandatory 3-month break every like 9 months. Yeah. If I didn't have a second job at that point and going to school at the same time, and I was just trying to get my foot in the door of working for game companies, I probably not would have stuck around there as long as I did. Big businesses for you, always finding loopholes. Oh yeah. I mean, like, how much money did they pay in taxes over the years, right? Versus like what an actual average citizen pays. It's crazy how much they can screw people over and just get away with it. Take a tank right over here. Okay, well, I guess we're going this way. Okay, I can't see anything because there's too much freaking smoke.
Sector secure.
Where is this tank at? I know there's a tank like right over there, but I can't see it.
Will shatter their defense. Final objectives assigned.
Turn the freaking tank thing. Never go into business or management. I don't have the heart to screw people over like that. Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, it's not a ruthless business, it's a heartless business.
Enemy Ranger! Southeast!
It's like the people that work there for the art side of it, like they put everything into it. Like they make amazing things, right? You know, the people that are working like the ground floor to get stuff working, they do amazing work, but they get taken advantage of so bad. But yeah, it's like the artists the artists get screwed over because they don't know the value of their work.
Checking Echo 1.
So, like, the artists basically, like, they do all the work. They know what they're doing. The programmers are doing what they're doing. But it's like these businessmen that sit on top of, like, their golden thrones that get basically all the majority of the money are basically, like, quote unquote, managing them in the sense that they manage them. Like, it's so stupid, the term managing, because they aren't managing anything other than saying, hey, do your job. That's what their management is. They don't understand what they're doing, what people are doing, or how it's being done. They just say, do the thing that you do. Do that voodoo that you do so well, right? That's all they're doing. Like, what does that mean? I don't know, just do it.
You're not frustrated.
They don't know the first thing about what the artists and the developers are doing. They just say, do that thing and do it more faster. Get all your things done so that way I can make money off of all the stuff that you do. Oh, I don't care if this is a good design. I want you to make it so it works so that more people can play it, not so much the people that this is designed for can play it and will like it. We want the people that don't want to play our game to want to play our game. But then the people that were designed this game for aren't going to want to play it. I don't care. I want more people that want to play the game. That's all. Okay. Hi, welcome to Defiance, the game that got completely revamped in 1 month before launch. That game was so awesome before they decided that they wanted the game made basically for casual players. That game was like amazingly good setup. I mean, that game was like at least like 8 years ago. So, maybe you're more familiar with like the sci-fi show Defiance. That went on for like, I think like, was it 3 seasons or 6 seasons or something? So, okay, so there was this game called Defiance. It was being released at the same time as a show on the Sci-Fi Channel called Defiance. There were going to be events in the show that were going to happen, that were going to trigger events in the game and things like that. So it's basically this whole big old collaboration where they were releasing a TV show along with a game at the same time. That was an MMO that was going to just bring the two worlds together type deal. So, like I said, events in the show would happen, and then the map in the game would eventually be updated. New quests would show up based off of the events in the game or in the show. The show took place in like San Francisco or something like that, and then like the game took place like a city or two south of there, I think. So it was like they happened close together, but they weren't in the same place, But I mean, the basic plot of Defiance was so the basic plot of the game was that, aliens come to Earth or whatever. You get invaded. There's the good aliens, the bad aliens, and all that sort of stuff. And then you start getting like people that were like hybrid aliens, like both human slash basically like human slash alien people or whatever. And And like the show basically focuses on like this guy who what was his name, like Grant Noller or something, I think, who was that was the guy that played the character, who was basically taking care of like this orphan that was like, you know, one of the like hybrid girls or whatever. And you know, basically like they were going to this place, you know, the town of Defiance or whatever, and trying to like help out there and like, you know, build a new life and all these sorts of things like that. But like, you know, the game, which I'm a little bit more familiar with, because I actually didn't watch the show all the way through. Like, I think I watched most of the first season because like that's when I worked there, and then eventually I got laid off from there, so I just kind of stopped caring about it. So as far as like, you know, the first season versus like the game went or whatever, you know, like the game, you went in, you crash land or whatever on this place, and then you have to like make your way across the land, you know, doing quests or whatever, stopping off at towns, helping people out, fight off, like they basically had these things where like events would happen in the world where there are these like things called hell bugs that would like burrow underneath the ground and they come popping up. So there'd be these events where like hell bugs would show up and you had to like kill them off. Like where there was even like, you know, like these giant hell bugs and like hell bug queens and things. So, you know, there were like these world events that happened. There were these race things you could get where like, because you had vehicles, you could get like jeeps, and you could do like these time trial races around the area and do these sorts of things. There were missions that you could do. There were like instances that you could go into. I got my ass kicked a few times in that game too, because like they ticked up the AI too hard, to where like they were like literally like flanking me. Like they had like a group that was like in front of me, like shooting me and pinning me down, while another team like basically of AI flanked me to the side and just shot me down. I'm just like, okay, this is interesting. That was a little bit too hard, but for the average player, so they did turn that down a little bit. They did have some arena PvP stuff in there too. They had some cool PvP modes too, where it was like you literally went into a like an arena thing and you had like rounds and stuff like that. So like it was like, you know, you got dropped into this thing and it's like, you know, here's wave 1, here's wave 2, and you like get credits and stuff like that for lasting longer, so you could like buy some like special like armor and things like that. The PvP system was like you basically went into a separate map, which I don't really like what they did with the PvP system. Originally they were trying to separate them, but they ended up making combining the PvE and the PvP weapons to function the same in terms of damage, which kind of broke the PvP system, because the weapons for PvE were really, really powerful. So then they had to tone down the weapons for PvE because they were too strong for PvP. So then they had to tone down all the PvE characters, and we had to like rebalance the entire game because of that, which threw everything way out of whack. But yeah, no, the Defiant servers are all shut down now. That it's completely gone. I want to say they shut down like April of 2000 or something like that. Like I think it was like the servers were up for like 6 years. But yeah, like I want to say the servers went down like April of 2000, so you can't even play that game anymore. I don't think it had any offline capabilities, at least as far as I know when I left the company. They didn't have any plans for it. But you could probably still find the show, at the very least. I don't know. I mean, it was on Sci-Fi, so anything that has like a sci-fi thing on it, like, you know, like a sci-fi network on it, you could probably look through that and maybe find it there. Our CEO at the time had really high hopes for the show. I mean, they went as far as claiming that they were going to become as popular as Star Wars. So, high hopes, yeah, for something to be shut down within 6 years.
Move to the objectives and secure them. When a sector is secure, we'll push the Americans into the next one.
So high you can't even see it. And we had some fun times in that game. Like all of our play tests and stuff like that. Like playing like a test map, like back in those days, like they would literally, the test maps that we were working with were basically set up to, like basically like a play test for a test map was essentially like just blocks. Like they would just put down like squares and cubes as rough ideas of where they were going to put like, some kind of like building structure or something like that. So it was really neat to see the development of those things. Like, cause like, the first time you see the map, it's like, it looks like, just nothing. Like it looks like, just cubes here and there. There's nothing to really go off of like, there's terrain. It's like, okay, you can hide behind that, I guess, and then it's like over the course of like a month, you get this map that eventually is like completely like fleshed out where you actually have like, like ruined walls and all those sorts of things. You've got like, areas for vehicles, things you can like jump on top of, like little towers to climb up and things like that, so, and it's like, then it's like, all these like pillars and stuff that you saw, like, oh, there used to be a pillar here, but then they moved it because they didn't feel like it was working right there, or, just all the little adjustments that they do to like optimize the map, because it's like, oh, there's too many things on the map, so we got to remove a few things, so they'll take out some stuff so that way it'll run smoother on somebody's, like a lower end computer or something like that, or so this way it'll work on the Xbox at this point. So
If I'm a dreamer, nothing's gonna bring me down. I'll still stay a believer. Walking on my own cloud. Who cares if I'm a dreamer? Nothing's gonna bring me down. I'll still stay
Good die over there. We're just gonna sneak up on him. Yeah, like the people that I worked with there, they were all really nice and everything like that. I actually had a pretty good opportunity there too. If I didn't get like cut into like the layoffs with that place, like after they figured out that the game was not going to work and like kind of failed. I actually got some on-hands training over there to do some of the cinematics and stuff like that, like the in-game cinematics with the characters for like, like basically just like, the not the high quality ones, but like the ones where you're just like you're in game and you just watch people kind of like, walk around and talk or whatever with like some dialogue rules and stuff like that. So I mean, like, technically that's kind of what I wanted to get into, was like the cinematic stuff, but it was like really nice that I got the opportunity to start doing that, but then we like got really overloaded with work to try to catch up with it, so I couldn't like keep going to do like these like sessions with one of the other like developers there. Cause yeah, like they were actually really good about trying to like get people to, like, you know, cause like I was in the QA department there. Quickster stays dying. What? Oh, yeah, I died there. Cause like that was like, you know, it was a smaller studio, Tryon Worlds. Like it wasn't like a AAA place, but it was still pretty powerful in terms of like, you know, bankroll and being able to publish things and stuff like that. So like I felt like they actually cared about their employees and things like that. So it kind of sucks that it all ended up like, you know, flopping as much as it did. What the hell?
Hostiles assaulting Alpha 2.
What, were they yelling at me? Like, were they dead behind me or something like that? I don't know. I'm not really paying attention to the friggin' screen.
Our forces have taken a substantial blow.
Don't get shot then.
We can push down from objective.
We are attacking Alpha 1.
90 degrees. 70 meters from my position.
This is breakthrough. So, but basically, yes, it's more or less Rush, but with more players.
Hostiles have secured
Just go kill or be killed and then heal things. Don't care for whatever happens. Yeah, I'm not really paying attention to like the comms for the most part. Oh shit. I mean, that's all the way up over there. I'm looking over here. I'm looking over here for where you guys are talking. I care more about your chat, you guys chatting, than I do for the chat that's way up there, so. Let's get a spawn beacon down. But yeah, this is breakthrough. Thank you so much for the head pat. Wait, is that not working? Is that script not working? Shit. Why is that script not working? We did test that one. That's why I'm like confused. Yeah, no, that one's there. So it definitely is there. See, it works. It works.
Amazing.
It just doesn't want to work for you, that's all. Shit, wait, no, it's okay, there we go. I'm like maybe it doesn't work. It was stuck on there. It just didn't like you, that's all. It's like that was like one of the few things that I know was working. That was like the most basic one that I know I definitely got to work, so. Yeah, I was supposed to put down a spawn thing or something. I have to try this mode. This is the new map too that came out this week. So yeah, this was the new map. They've got like a new tank that came out here. Oh yeah, that's right. There was supposed to be a new weapon. I forgot about that. Where's that new weapon at? Is this the new weapon? Or is it this one? No, it's not that. I think it's this weapon. Is it a marksman? Yeah, this is one of the new weapons. So you gotta charge it up and then fire it. It's kind of weird. What's up with that scope? It's futuristic. I just want to know what those 3 symbols at the top mean. God damn, this gun sucks. Your first day on this game, so I didn't get to play on this. Get to play this on Conquest. Conquest is a separate game mode. Conquest is basically everybody's fighting over like a certain number of points, and you have a number of ticket respawns. Breakthrough is you're fighting over points and you're trying to hold the positions. So there's like an attacking team and a defense team. So our team is trying to capture A1 and A2, while the enemy team is defending A1 and A2. If we hold both A1 and A2, we move on to the next spawn points behind there. But we have a limited number of respawns, so we should technically be waiting for people to revive us so we don't lose a ticket count. But yeah, if we run out of tickets, then basically we lose, is kind of like the main objective. But if we get all the way to the end without losing all of our tickets, then we win. So, I mean, that's the basic summary of what's going on here. I need to get rid of this gun. This gun is not good. That charge up sucks. What is it called? The Roach MK4.
Objective lost.
I thought there was like some other gun that came out with it too. I don't think this is it, but let's try this gun out. Okay. We have more than burst fire. We got a single shot or burst fire. Alright, what kind of scope do we got on here? No scopes. Great.
American control.
All I got is iron sight on this thing. Alright, so much for that gun. Yeah, let's not use that weapon. How are you liking it so much? Because you said you only really got to play Conquest, so I take it you haven't really got to play the other modes yet. You have played other Battlefield games, but only have like 2 or 3 hours on this one so far? Okay. Which ones have you, were you playing, like, the last 2 recent ones, like Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5, or...? Somebody's looking right there. Up to maybe Bad Company, and then everything moving forward from there. Yeah, Bad Company, they introduced a lot of the mechanics for like destructible environments by about that time. So that was like kind of like the point where Battlefield really started to make a much more unique contribution to like the shooter genre, was having like the destructible environments for everybody to kind of. There was a sniper looking right at my freaking head.
Another one for me.
New objective marked. Now we capture the sector.
We are initiating an attack on Bravo 1. The hostile. 120.
Oh, you stopped like a second early. Ah, missed the headshot. And everything moving forward. Oh, somebody put like a med pack right next to me too. Yeah, I don't know, like, I kind of fell off of playing Battlefield for a little bit when they came out with that Battlefield Hardline, I think it was, where they're trying to do like cops and robbers gameplay, which that was just, I think that was like a bad scenario on their part to go for. Like, they really should not have done that, because they were trying to do like this weird pseudo, they were trying to make a game that was more like Payday or something like that, I guess.
Objective Bravo 1.
And they're like, look, it's Battlefield Destruction and all these things. And it was like such a weird thing too. It's like the way they were trying to advertise the game is like they're trying to do this like weird MLG like hype thing or something like that, but the game was not MLG material in the least. Like that also was kind of like the reason why a lot of people just kind of got off the Battlefield bandwagon, is because of that game. Shit. Waste your money and only put like maybe 30 hours into the hardline game? Yeah. Yeah, no, that game did not receive well with a lot of people. Oh, we don't even have this point yet. Shit. We had the point. So I was pushing forward. Okay, we should go for the point then. Oh, okay, somebody's camping there. Because, yeah, like, I played the beta of that, and I was severely unimpressed with everything that was going on with that game. Like, just all the concepts were just purely not Battlefield in the slightest. Because they were trying to make like a game that was more, I guess, like they were trying to make a game that was more built for like PvP and things like that. Well, I mean, you know, not like PvP, but like a game that was more like a round base instead of it being like a conquest or something like that. Like they were trying to make a game that was more like, you know, side 1 versus side 2. Like, you know, like capture this thing before the other team. Like more arcadey, I get. Arcade style gameplay is what they were going for instead of it being like, you know, the standard Battlefield formula of like, you know, you've got objectives that you're trying to capture and hold down. Because that's kind of what, like, you know, Counter-Strike and stuff like that. Like, those are, like, arcade-style game. Like, Rainbow Six, that's a little bit more arcade, but it's a more realistic shooter, but it's still technically an arcade-style game. Because it's like, you know, it's like Team A versus Team B in a short-term deathmatch mode or whatever. Like, this is more, like, objective-based, where you're trying to push forward and capture the line or hold like an actual thing, which is like I never understood like why they try to port this game over to console for the most part, because this game is not like, it's not fun in like a smaller setting in the most part. Like trying to do this But you know why Battlefield has a bad feedback 2042? Because of its release. When the game came out, it was really not well built. It was missing a lot of things. There was a lot of exploits and glitches in the game that people were using that made it like really not that great for everybody to play. Just overall, a lot of the game was not finished is kind of what it was. Like they released this really, could you please not run me over? Thank you. Like it needed a lot more. Oh, you shot my rocket. It needed a lot more polish. It needed a lot more finesse. It needed a lot more fixes and optimization. There were just so many issues with it that nobody really liked it. A lot of the promised content wasn't out. As it is now, they've done a lot to the game and they fixed up a lot of things with the game to the point of where it is actually a good game, I would say. Like, it's playable, the sound effects are all working right, the frame rate's been fixed up. I mean, the physics themselves really work well now instead of them being like really haphazard and half-assed. Oh shit. But yeah, like when this game launched, people were taking hovercrafts and flying them straight up the side of like of buildings. Like they were just going straight up buildings, like vertical up buildings and flying, you know? And like also hovercrafts had like this really like cheesed out thing about them where you could basically they had like a super region more or less, so like people were basically able to yeah, let's do this with that and then we'll take this. Okay, yeah, that's good. So basically like the region on the game was like you were basically allowed to like you could like run away for like half a second and like the majority of your health on your hovercraft was pretty much fully restored. Like that's how bad it was. Like you'd be like almost dead and you'd be able to get out of a situation. And like you would just basically take cover and run away and like all of a sudden like your health would just like regen faster than people could damage you. You know, like you could outmaneuver shit like way too easily as a hovercraft. accidentally fat fingered my F button. I gotta wait for my special to restore before I jump down there. So I'm gonna jump down there. I'm gonna use my special, and I'm gonna be able to see through walls and hopefully kill people. Shit. Came from the other side. Yeah, the ragdoll in this game, it's one of the new characters. Is they have like this flak cannon that you can like set the range for. It's kind of cool, but yeah, it's like this weird thing though. Like if you hit somebody that's dead with the flak cannon, it pretty much causes them to ragdoll and start flapping all over the place. So yeah, it's just like, shit. So yeah, it's just like, as soon as you hit them with that thing, like the second time after they're dead, like their body just starts flying. And then if you hit them again, it accelerates them even more. So they go flying even further. Oh shit. Oh, somebody's up here. Well, so much for my spawn point. I don't know how do you even get up here through there? Isn't this a dead end? Oh, my spawn point's broken, so I don't know. I can't even put down a new one. And people can spawn on me up here, but I can't do it unless somebody gets up here, and then I can. Otherwise, I've got to go all the way back.
Lights out.
Can they not kill you during that waiting to revive phase? No, they cannot. Basically, you're kind of invulnerable during that phase, I think. So the only way they can kill you outright is like, I think if they get like a headshot on you, or if they kill you with like a grenade, like right after, or you get killed like right after being revived. Like,
If we stay longer, they'll bring reinforcements. We've lost this fight.
Lights out.
I should be able to take that position, but there wasn't enough people like assaulting from the drop down point, I feel like, because we needed to flank them in there. Yeah.
Lights out.
So I didn't really plan to stream for too long tonight. Because I got work in the morning and all that sort of stuff. I was planning on just kind of like maybe switching between like another game, but I kind of stayed on this one for a while tonight.
Lights out. Lights out.
But yeah, so I don't know. Like I'll be back like what, probably on Sunday. someday soon. Oh, that didn't work. No, that really didn't work. Ah! It's getting even worse. Thanks for the follow. Very much appreciated. I hope you enjoy your stay. But yeah, no. So, yeah. I mean, I play other games too. Like, obviously, like, PlanetSide is like one of the main things you'll see me on. But yes, I will be back on, what is it, Wednesday? Wednesday is going to be a bit busy. Normally, I usually go a lot longer at night, but I just was kind of like, I had a bit of a day today, so I just kind of was like, I'm going to just cut it short. Depending on the game, though, I usually have a lot better tracking going on, like this. It's just that game was being a little bit intense. But, so, thank you so much for coming by tonight. But yeah, we'll be back on Wednesday. We'll have some more games to play. I think there might be some horror games coming up pretty soon that I might want to try to check out sometime soon. So that might be interesting and cool. And, well, where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? Hey, no, wait. Shit. Not working right. What's happening? No. 1 second. Ha! Okay. I am back now. You're no longer seeing my back. That was kind of weird. Yeah, I guess like some of the signals got crossed there for some reason. Anyways, I had a T-pose for, yeah, to assert dominance there. Thank you, everybody that was new. I have a Discord. This thing, right over there. So that is my Discord. You can check that out. I'll say when I go live or post weird shit in there sometimes. I don't know. Things will happen there occasionally. Most people just, I think, laugh at me. I don't have anybody on my list right now that is in the categories of who I'm going to host. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do here at this point. Unless I can find somebody that's streaming. I don't... Wow, the Battlefield... There's like nobody playing Battlefield right now. Okay, well, I mean, I guess that kind of solves that problem. Damn it. So yeah, I was gonna try to host somebody, but nobody's apparently playing Battlefield. That is like a VTuber as well. I don't really know what else to do. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go into this stream and probably watch this for the rest of the night. I hope that you all come back and see me and not super impressed by this chick because she is amazing. Just remember me is all I gotta say. I've got nothing else to really do for this, so... Okay, so yeah, you're all going from low tier shit quality VTuber to like a high quality VTuber. So, all right, have fun. I hope you enjoy her as much as I enjoy watching her. Bye bye. Thanks, Bad Five. Bye bye. Bye bye, everybody. Have fun. Good nights. Get sleeps and all those other things like that. Good night. And get ducks on, I don't know, working tomorrows and stuff. I've got to do that tomorrow. So I need to find food. Shit, I've got mac and cheese right now. God damn. That's right, I got KFC. I ate the chicken, but I did not eat the mac and cheese. I'm so macking down on some mac and cheese in like a minute. Yeah. Alright, bye.
Cover my tracks. I knew it! I knew it!
What?
Good,
What?
good.
I have some leads in New York for work. I mean, if that's okay.
Hi, Raymond.
I don't want to invite.
Shut up. Yeah, it's fine with me. More
Yeah, they're
than
tied
fine.
for life, bro. They fucking
Right.
almost died.
Ooh.
Oh. Calm down. Jeez, Karen.
Yeah, near-death experience is like major bonding time.
Now the lesbians.
So, probably not the right time to ask this, but
Oh God, what?
are we a thing?
Dude, trauma bonding is legit hot.
What did I just
Yes, we're a
say?
thing.
You are so correct.
Ooh!
Yeah,
We're getting lots of action today.
See, imagine if I let her die, okay? We wouldn't get this.
Poor Charlie, man.
No, he needs to
Look at
get
this
fucked.
guy.
It's his fault.
Sad, lonely. Get this man laid.
Need a smoke, buddy?
No. Say no.
Aw.
Yeah.
No. No.
Actually, you know what?
Aw.
I'm trying to quit.
I'm so happy for him. That's huge. That's so hard to do.
Can we give a huge shout out to all the people who are here from the beginning of the stream?
No shit.
Yeah.
Literally.
There's a lot of people still here, like
10
without.
hours for me.
Yeah, dude.
We did it, Lena. We saved everybody. We got the good ending. The best ending.
I have some words, so when this is fully over, let's chat about it, and then we can go the fuck to
Yes.
sleep.
Yeah, on the first try.
First try, bro. We didn't. No bugs. No starting over. We're so good at this fucking game. I think that ending really lacked luster. What? How anticlimactic. Oh, here we go. Never mind.
Oh.
Yes.
What's wrong?
Daddy. Wait, what the fuck?